I mean, these are things we just learn.
Él dijo que había que repensar la relación entre empleo y finanzas. Y a mí me gustaría que explique qué significaría repensar esa relación y sobre todo teniendo en cuenta esta idea del fin de una condición obrera al viejo estilo fordista asalariado. Es decir, cómo repensar el empleo en relación a las finanzas y qué significa eso en relación a la nostalgia que puede provocar el viejo modelo fordista.
It's a complicated issue because basically in this new capitalism, finance drives the form of enterprises. And for a very concrete reason, in global investment in firms, the investor wants a return to share price, not profit. That is to say, there are financial forms of manipulation, which can mean if a firm is going down, you can make money. So, which is called shorting. And what an example of that at the moment is Facebook. People are getting rich on the fact that Facebook is less and less valuable. So once you have a condition like that, where long-term profit does not translate into a share price, where, I'll give you another example of why this happens. A firm that is being reorganized, one thing we know about this was when firms are being reorganized, whatever the reason for the reorganization, the fact that the firm is being changed tends to raise its share price because something might happen. And if you're a gambler, you think, well, there's change there and so on. So the result of this, in terms of the organization of firms, is that they become extremely sensitive to share price in an ever, as I was saying in the lecture, an ever more compressed form. They begin to orientate their activities to their quarterly share price rather than long-term profit. And the result of that is that work gets to be reorganized so that it speaks to this short-term imperative of pricing rather than profit. And the effects of that on workers are that essentially there is no reward for things like effort or service. Those become absent categories in something like this. If you served a firm for 20 years and help it slowly make profits and so on, it has no financial reality in this kind of capitalism. So one of the effects of this is that the work ethic gets undermined. You get very short-term ambition, which is what people have to have, and the notion of a long-term reward disappears. And that's in my view, that is the social complement to inequality in wages. That is, inequality in wages in itself isn't enough to explain this contradiction in this form of capitalism. It's that it doesn't deliver rewards for work, because the system is not orientated to measure reward in terms of profit. This is true especially in financial firms. At the very top, you can see this operate visibly. A firm will, like a bank, like Royal Bank of Scotland, would lose lots of money, but the people at the top will get these bonuses, which are enormous. Yeah. And what that means to people below is there's no correlation between how well you do a job and the actual pay you're going to get. And it's very, very, it's very depressing for people lower down the scale. But I'd say this is a fundamental change in modern capitalism, that the notion that profit is a measure of reward has disappeared. Am I clear to you about this?
¿Quieres alguna
That's the
aclaración?
social side of this, but it intersects exactly with the way in which inequality works. Another way to say this is that the system has ceased to be meritocratic.